Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Double D. Thanks for being here. Today we're checking out the Caline. I'm going to pronounce it every single way you could possibly think of, I have a feeling. The Caline Lorcan Guitar Mini Amplifier. I bought this myself. Nobody sent me anything. I, of course, have a couple of things I want to use with it because I like to check out something, but then also see what else I'm able to do with it. So let's unbox this thing. It's got some interesting things going on in terms of what you can do with it, what you can do to it, what it can do for you. What I thought was really interesting was that it has 3 power output spots on the side of it to power pedals. And there's some information for you as far as Caline, the company. Comes with an instruction manual. And you can see it can power 3 up to 100 milliamp pedals. And as well, it's portable, so it has a battery built into it that you can recharge and then take it with you. And on top of that, it has an aux in, so you can use, like, if you have like a Pocket GT or something like that, or let's say you have, it doesn't have Bluetooth, but say you have like a little Bluetooth dongle and you want to monitor stuff through your Lorcan, which I believe means little fierce one, something like that. But it's a little orange one. It's a little, it just reminds me of like a Mattel toy. I get very nostalgic just looking at it. It totally looks like something from my childhood. It did come charged with some charge to it. You can see it's got 100% or 50% or 0%. It's got a charging port on the side. And then, like I said, it has an aux in and has headphones out so you could completely silent practice. And then it also has a mixer output to go direct. So we'll check that out real quick. I'm also going to check out a couple of pedals going into it. But, my main desire to check this thing out was like, what does it really sound like? It's got a distortion and it's got a delay, which I don't really need much more than that when I'm going to sit down and practice. A little delay for space, some drive or some gain, and I want to see what kind of distortions we can get out of it, what kind of range you get. Got a power supply, 18 volt. Would have been cool if it was a USB thing, but I guess at 18 volt, they probably didn't want you trying to plug USB stuff in it. Look at that. It comes with 3 little power jumpers to power your extra little pedals with. So let's see if it does fine without pedals. That's going to be the main thing. Oh, of course, guitar input. That'll be what I want to check out most, is how well it does without pedals. If I can get a decent sound out of it on its own, that would be nice, right? So let's do that first, okay? And for right now, I'll just use the microphone here that I'm talking into just so we can get like kind of a volume reference and a reasonably decent little tonal reference just to hear what we're working with. Let's just, no distortion, no nothing. Yeah, I can see the level even at, let's see, okay, so I got the volume. Yeah, it's louder than my voice at the moment, and the mic is all the way up there, so it's not even facing down. Let me just bring the mic down a little so it's facing a little more towards it, and then I'll mic it up in a second. I should really tune, right? All right, so going on the battery right now, no power. Not even, I'm going wireless with the little Phoenix Pro dongles, the PTG-12, I believe it is. And that's with the tone all the way down. That's already sounded like a pretty decent little pedal platform practice purchase. Particularly perfect. So when you're on the clean, there's no control of the gain there. Let's hear the delay. And the repeats. And give it just a little bit of a reverb sound. Yeah, bring the time all the way down, and you got yourself a little bit of a reverb, a little springy. Oh, you can self-oscillate, yeah. Okay, so that's fun. And it can get out of control. So that alone, that's fun. All right. So I got, this is normally about $90, and it was on sale on Amazon for 70. So I paid less than $74 after tax and all that jazz. And it's always fun to just have something new to practice with. And so not only do you have the channel volume, but then you would have a master volume. So if you were trying to balance, like say you were using the aux in, and you had your phone synced up to a little Bluetooth guy, or you were just running your MP3 player and you want to jam to some tracks, you could use these levels to kind of get an even balance. So, oh yeah, you can see, so when you turn on the distortion, it automatically, that gain circuit is making it real quiet overall. So yeah, once the distortion is engaged, it's a little quieter all around, but you know, that just kind of makes me think even more so that as far as a pedal platform, that might be the way to go. Set yourself up with the volume you like, use your pedals to kind of come up with some of your volumes and some of your tones. But as far as the drive itself, this is not offensive, right? So you can feel the gain kind of jacking up. Once it hits a certain point, it kind of maxes out. It just gets a little more flubby, but it does have range in the gain. Cleans up well with the volume. Feel the pickups changing. You know, this is responsive. So I kind of I feel like bringing the master up when you're on the distortion and then maybe bringing the volume down a little bit on the channel kind of just helps smooth it out a little bit, even to the squishiness of it. Just a little bit, you know? Especially when you're in that lower gain. But like, I'm afraid to turn that off. It's very loud. Yeah. So be cautious if you turn that distortion off, because man, the amp gets real loud when there's, you know, no gain circuit involved there to back it down at all. You know, you can't really control it there. That would have been a nice little thing if they had been able to figure that out. But hey, really, $70. I'm not going to complain about that. The sound of it alone is really cool. I think if I had my phone, I'd pop it right there. But I think you pop your phone right there if you're like working with jam tracks and plug it into the aux ends. Okay, so aux in. Let's try the Pocket GT. I'll just give that a real quick test. Aux in, none of the delays, none of the amp volume will be working. It'll just be master. So if you're looking for a convenient little way to monitor something like a Pocket GT, or if you have one of these little guys, you know, with the headphone out right there, yeah, use that. If say you have some sounds you like, you can pop it right there on top of it and just monitor it that way, because then something like this has Bluetooth. Then you have a nice little personal monitoring system here that's quite flexible. You could literally put it in a backpack or in with your laptop case, something like that. All right, let's mic this thing up and put a couple pedals in front of it, all right? How about that? So this is where those convenient little cables that they gave you, that's where they come in handy. You can just pop a couple things in here. I'm going to turn this off while I'm doing this so it doesn't make a bunch of noise. So what did I grab? I grabbed a couple of iSet pedals. I would use Caline, but I don't have any. Caline, if you want to send me any, your new pedals have incredible looking artwork on them. They look killer, and the prices are really reasonable looking, especially for what looks like custom little pedals. But yeah, I don't have any of those, so we're gonna listen to these. Okay, so that's the way that's gonna be right now. We'll set these up and check out what it sounds like with some pedals into the Caline Lorcan. All right, back to wireless. Okay, turn it on and you get your pedals, get your power. Turn the whole unit off, and obviously there it goes. So I got a overdrive, a distortion, and a phaser. So let's do a little delay. And I have a cab simulator, so maybe we'll try that on the output. We'll compare the output directly into a DI, and then we'll throw the cab simulator on. Okay, so here we are looking at a few pedals. And I have an overdrive, phaser and a distortion. So there we are into the clean. How do you like it? It's going to be interesting to hear what that sounded like. It sounded decent through the headphones, but I'm also hearing it in front of me. So you're going to actually be hearing it before I am, but not really because I'm going to edit it. So all that. But I'm going to do very little editing on this. Just chop up a bunch of stuff of me changing things around here at the desk. Next is going to be just the output to a DI that I got over there. Radial DI, go right into my interface, and then we'll try it with this here choral cab. Right? Okay. Cab sim off. Let's see. Now I have just straight up out of here, out of the Lorcan right into my interface. You get delay, but what I notice is that now the amp volume doesn't do anything on the clean channel. Keep that in mind. If you go back and forth between cleans and dirties, you know, you might want pedals instead, or you just kind of get a set and forget kind of a thing. For me, that's really what this is about. Set it up and kind of just set it down, you know, and play. Go out into the woods, take a camp and do something like that with it, you know, that's cool. I could put it over here with my video game systems. It would look perfectly at home. And then when I want to sit on my sofa and play a little guitar, I could just grab my wireless plug right into it, and it literally will look like one of the video game systems right there. Obviously, I like guitaring and gaming, so this thing speaks to me. So yeah, there it is without any cabinet. That's just right out of it, and then we'll turn the cabinet. So yeah, if you're recording and you want some tone sculpting options, it doesn't sound bad coming out of the master out. Throwing a cabinet thing in there, you get some more options, you know. So I'm kind of stoked about that little thing. It's got some cool options, decent sounds, even without pedals. You can come up with some practice-worthy sounds. And if you want to use this with an interface, you have some options. Just some, you know, little quirks with the volumes and the output. Really cool, Caline. It's really cool. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And if this is your kind of thing, please feel free to subscribe. Throw a like down on the bottom of the video there. The Lorcan by Caline. Really cool. Impressive little beast.